welcome to the Social Breakdown, where tongues is loose and wigs is snatched on a daily basis. Well, y'all can get y'all Social Breakdown shirts. Show y'all my shirt. Y'all can get this Social Breakdown shirt at the Social Breakdown. Y'all know it's National Wig Removal Day. At least that's the day that I made up. Made mad because he's ready to watch Married to Medicine. And I was like, hold on, I gotta take off my wig. I don't have to really let the people in on when I take off my wig. So now we won't be taking it all off. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take off all my wig. Ooh, this daggone hair. Cause you know you gotta keep your hair preserved. I use alcohol personally to remove this stuff. And then I use shampoo. And remember, the Social Breakdown will be on tomorrow, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the morning, I'm gonna do another video on how I apply it. But I usually let my head rest for about a day, once every. You know, Tyrone, get off my live, cause you always here for the mess. I usually take it off once every 7 to 14 days, just so that my head can breathe. And also for the people who asked about it, because there are a lot of people who inbox me about this daggone wig and what it feels like and da-da-da-da-da, and are you embarrassed and da-da-da-da-da. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know. This is a lot of work. One of my friends did a partial wig installment, and he was like, you do too much. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And I'm like, you know, it is a lot, but, you know, keeping up appearances is everything. And I like illusions. I like appearances. And I like differences. But the good thing about it is I like me. Oh, Lord. Yeah, you know, I take it off a coffee and like, you said that, Tyrone. You such a hater. Ooh. So there it is. And I'm gonna have to redo it tonight too, in a few minutes. Add some extra hair to it. I use tea tree oil shampoo and conditioner. This stuff is aggravating to take off, but it takes me a little longer to put it on. So I'll do another video in the morning when I put it on. It's gonna be quite early because I gotta. Yep, you can share. It doesn't hurt. Nope, not at all. Because I don't use much glue or coating, so it's not really pulling my hair. I use a very tiny bit of glue. But washing it out takes just a little bit of time. It takes me longer to install it because sometimes I align it incorrectly with where my natural hairline would be. And then sometimes I mess up my... Thank you, Tyrone. And then sometimes I mess up my hairline itself. And I like to say this is my Fire Marshal Bill look. You know, sometimes you got to give them a little Fire Marshal Bill. Babe was like, oh, you need to go to the club like that. I said, well, I would, because, you know, I got good hair. I got engine in my family. Engine, as they would say. And I just left the gym, y'all, so I'm kind of tired. I got to work tonight. I got a damages trial on Monday morning. So A damages trial is basically a trial about money. You did see me at the gym a few days ago, Jacoby. I think we spoke, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the hard part, getting this glue out your hair, which is why I use very little, because if you use too much glue, it stinks. I don't know if y'all remember one of my videos a while back where I stated you might want to use some Febreze to Febreze your weave. That's really for fish pattern because I don't need that much. It's not that much hair on my head. Then I wash it. I wash my beard with the same thing, and then I have leave-in conditioner. It makes my beard really soft. So I don't know who's watching who has a beard, but this tea tree leave-in conditioner, it's the bee's knees for your beard. Now I know there are a lot of products out there for your beard, but that's not specifically for a beard, but I would use that because it just makes it so soft. So if I forget to put in my Uncle Jimmy's beard softener, and as long as I got that in, I'm good to go with my little beard or whatever. But I go do this, y'all, once or twice, well, once a week or either once every 2 weeks. It just depends. I was rushing the other morning, so I messed up the other wig that I had. Greg, yeah, I was bald for about 7 years. So I done tried it. Been there. Come on, educate. Ooh, y'all just don't know what it takes to get you a little look. But sometimes I do these videos because I think people think that oftentimes when you do something to enhance your look and or change your look, you have self-esteem issues. Not the case with me at all. Too much esteem, if anything. But if I had already done my, well, if I had already manicured my wig, I would have put it back on tonight. However, I hadn't, so I'm gonna have to do it in the morning. Yeah, my head not shaped right for bald either. At least I don't think so, because I think that people with square heads, well, square faces, should actually be bald. And I got more of a round face, so I don't think that I should rock the bald head because I'm too round. And then I'm not super chocolate and I'm not super light skinned, so I'm kind of in the middle. So I don't think that I need to have bald hair. But it's always interesting the conversations I have with people, whether be it I'm outside of a courtroom or at the store. But people usually compliment my hair. And when I feel like having I'm gonna do it again in the morning actually. See, Kevin, you might look great bald. I think I might have seen your photos. But I'm gonna actually apply it in the morning. And that's the point, Kevin. I just saw your comment that you're bald by choice. I like to have choices. I like to have options. So therefore, I give myself options. And some people, I think their scalp gets discolored. And I don't know if that's because of too much glue usage, but my scalp isn't discolored. I'm in the sun all the time. Or you're going to do a live video because, yeah, I'll do a live video in the morning. Who's that? Munchie Lopez when I put it back on. It'll probably be like 9 o'clock, but I'll just post it. 'Cause I know a lot of people are going to be asleep because y'all are probably hanging out tonight. And tonight, I will not be hanging out because I actually have some work to do as well. So I'll probably be up through the morning working. Baby head. I have a little bitty tiny head too. Like most hats are okay. Most hats are too big for me. Like I try and buy like the biggest size little kid hat because I just have a little bitty head. But the the hardest part about this is the cleanup because the hair gets everywhere. And then if you got a thank you. If you got a significant other, they hate the hair because it's just everywhere. But I don't care. It's all in the name of fashion. It's all in the name of beauty. It's all in the name of living your best life. And y'all remember to catch me live on the Social Breakdown from 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time, the WTTR radio app. You know, last week our show was Mask On, Mask Off. We were talking about things that people do to enhance themselves. So this is not a show sharing live.
I'm sharing my hair live.
He got extensions in his hair,
It's
so
real,
since he want to bring his ass over here, so that's my partner, Kevin. I always trying to make everything about him. This is about me right now and my struggles. But it's simple to take off. I know a lot of people ask me about the maintenance of it. It doesn't move if you're in the gym or something. Well, one time my hair moved, and I knew it was gonna move though because the glue was getting loose, and I didn't reapply it. But I would say if you because not everyone who gets a wig or man weave, whatever you want to call it, is bald. It usually lasts. It could last me. He does want to be special. Tisha, let him tell that he's special. It lasts me a while. It could last me a month if I like take it easy on the workout. But typically, I go for about 2 weeks. Here recently, I started going back to doing about a week. If you can do it yourself, it doesn't matter. But I would suggest if you can't do it yourself, I don't really know if I would get one if I'm very active because it can become expensive if you're anything like me and you are quite active. So, but at any rate, the maintenance is crazy, Doc. And I noticed that you had taken yours out when I saw your recent posts over these last couple of months. But the maintenance is crazy. And right now, I'm getting like super busy. My business is picking up quite a bit, so it's kind of hard to really keep up with the maintenance. But what I do is kind of slow down on my activity. That way I know it stays fresh. But also with the hair itself, I use synthetic hair instead of human hair because when you tie it up, it kind of packs back up like it's in a pack. And you can blow dry it on cold. You can kind of blow dry it out, or you can pick it out and then kind of cut it a little bit more and reshape it, and boom, you're good again. You use get your little oil sheen for wigs or weaves, no oil, and then it works. Looks like magic. But typically, I would say mine usually looks pretty good on a daily basis. if it didn't, the way my friends are set up, I'd be talked about. Thanks, Doc. So yeah, it's a lot of maintenance. So that means I'll be working tonight. I'll be redoing this wig tonight, and then I'll be applying it in the morning. So it's a lot. It takes a lot of time, but I mean, it gives me options because, quite frankly, I wouldn't be walking around with the Sherman Hemsley look. Just a little. I'm not that young, but young enough not to be. Although you can see, my hair is really curly, so it looks just like my beard. Just like my beard, people. But that's about it. Again, like I said, it's real easy to take off. The hard part is just putting it on. So when I put it on in the morning, I may not really be looking at the camera a lot because I gotta make sure that it's on properly and that it's straight. Tyrone, get out of here. That it's on properly and that it's straight. But we shall see tomorrow when the funeral of the wig is over with. And if you know me, my wig is like my second persona. Like I got a little Asian in my family, and a little I think Caucasian. So maybe that confuses the hair. But thank you guys for watching. I'm about to go and watch 1 hour of television and probably have about 6 hours of work. So I will see you guys in the morning when I apply my freshly new wig. It's not going to be cut yet, so it looks crazy before it's cut. And then while I'm getting it cut, I'll either go, well, he doesn't like for me to go live while I'm getting it cut. So after I get it cut, I will post again. And then there you go. You'll have the full transformation. Remember, listen to me tomorrow from 3 to 5 p.m. WTTR radio app, The Social Breakdown. We're talking about finances. And y'all know it's tax season, so I might say anything, but tax season. The things people spend their money on. Have a good night.